This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and, well, no doubt, these players, GA, are eager to get the season going.
Listen, there's definitely some nerves, but it's mainly excitement. This is their first chance to showcase all the hard work they put in during the offseason.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. Pass to Randall. And the foul called on Toumani Camara. That's his first foul.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Here's DiVincenzo. McDaniels outside. 6 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here.
And he was camped in just the right spot to swipe that pass away down low.
Avdia kicks to Holiday. Down low. And there's Klingon. That's good on the assist by Holiday.
I'll tell you, not only does Klingon set sturdy screens, he knows how to make himself available for the pass.
DiVincenzo passes to Randall. Now here's McDaniel. And it's Portland with the rebound. This is the first they're seeing of the Timberwolves here. First game of the NBA's regular season for them. Klingon the screen for Avdia. Shoots over McDaniel. Again, the Trailblazers score.
What you love about Denny Avdia, this guy can score in a multitude of ways.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Edwards inside, defended by Thibault. Edwards, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Holiday kicks to Avdia. Klingon the screen for Holiday. Pass to Klingon. Bounce pass, Camara. Here's Thibault. Second shot opportunity, and there's a nice layup by Klingon.
Oh, great job of keeping the play alive. Klingon using that reach to secure that one and get the second chance look.
DiVincenzo passes to Randall. Here is Edwards. Over Thibault. Hits the target from 18 feet.
Anthony Edwards just reading what the defense giving up. Gets to his mid-range game right there.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they've made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'll love to hear it. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. Now, McDaniels, following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt.
Boy, a chilly start for this basketball team. They are just 1 for 4.
Pass to Camara. Now, Avdia. There's the three, and Holiday is good for 3.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Holiday against DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Donovan Klingon.
Well, size and athleticism and a little bit of craftiness right there by Anthony Edwards. That up fake gets that defender committed, and the free throw line opportunity is coming.
Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. And can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
Now, here's Avdia. Back to Holiday. Nails the baby hook. Holiday's got 5 now.
Yeah, Drew Holiday can either receive or initiate contact. He just is so tough.
It's tipped. DiVincenzo against Avdia. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 9. Outside Edwards. Back to Randall. Pass to DiVincenzo. Good on the triple.
Always assertive off the catch. Dante doesn't give the defender time to react.
Bible on the wing. And there's the drive. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Julius Randle picks one up. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
5 to shoot. Randall no good. And here are the Blazers. They're on a 16-7 run. Gobert brings the double team. Pass to Avdia. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And yes, it's good. He's got 6.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Timberwolves trail by 11. And here is DiVincenzo. And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
First team foul.
On defense, the Trailblazers. McDaniels outside. Shot clock at 6. From outside the arc.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Chauncey Billups. His team is facing off with the Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. As far as how they plan to defend him, Coach said it'll be a team effort. They plan to rotate who has him defensively, and Coach's words were, Ant is so special. You have to guard him with the numbers. Back over to you.
And Allie, thanks so much.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Now here's Edwards. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And checking out the stats for Anthony Edwards. Coming off a terrific season. How about 27 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists? And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right, he can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
And here are the Trailblazers. They're on a 20-7 run. Avdia. Klingon, the screen for Avdia. And there's Klingon. That's good on the assist by Avdia. Avdia's got 4 assists in the game. Timberwolves trail by 15. DiVincenzo, the bounce pass. Here's Randall. Rebounded by Kamare. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Holiday. Pass to Thybulle. Now Kamara. 6 on the shot clock. Klingon, the screen for Holiday. Kamare misses.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. And fourth, the Timberwolves.
Their three-point accuracy last year was exceptional, largely because of their patience. They would wait for the best look before pulling the trigger.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Jeremy Grant comes in for Tamani Kamara. And Lillard subbed in for Matisse Thybulle. Timberwolves also changing it up. Reed, he's checked in for Randall. Dosunmu comes in for McDaniels. And Bones Highland subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Timberwolves trail by 7 for the Trailblazers. Tamani Kamara, he's checked in for Grant. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Drew Holiday. And the Timberwolves making a change here. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Bones Highland is out there with Dosunmu. And it's Edwards in at the 3. Now here's Lillard, and it's Thibault in the corner. Here's Avdia, and he hits the jump shot. 9 points for Denny Avdia.
Avdia showing you his catch and shoot skills.
Pass to Randall. And he banks in the layup. Randall's got 7 points.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Back to Lillard. Outside, Avdia. There's a screen by Kamara. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Edwards. Timberwolves trail by 3. And it's Randall, top of the key. Back to Edwards. Ball stolen. He takes it in.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Knocked away. He's got a clear path for the finish. And slam dunk by Kamara.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Now here's Randall. He's got 7. Highland's shot is good.
Boy, slow start for him out of the gates, but you can feel that rhythm building.
Avdia against Edwards. Avdia kicks to Thibault. Now Lillard from the arc hits the three-point bomb. Lillard's got his second basket of the game.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
Now here's Edwards, trailing here by 8. Back to Randall. He's got a clear path. Now here's Thibault, defended by Dosunmu. Offensive rebound. Avdia on the wing. Edwards defending. Portland, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Minnesota also making some changes. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Randall. McDaniels comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Highland. That's good from Kamara. GA, you hear about 3-level score. But is it just 3 levels?
Great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep 2s as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
Here's Holiday following the bucket by the Timberwolves. From deep three-point land, from beyond the arc, and then some. Holiday's got 8 points.
Oh, my goodness. That was from another zip code. Drew Holiday letting them know.
DiVincenzo passes to McDaniels. To the paint. It's tipped. The Timberwolves working the ball around. Inside, Edwards finishes strong.
Boy, Edwards so good in close. This guy has got touch and strength, everything you could ask for.
Pass to Avdia. And the layup falls. He's got 11.
Another reason why they're up. Just taking what the defense giving him here.
DiVincenzo passes to McDaniels. The try by Gobert. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Thibault gets to Holland. To the the middle. Here's Klingon. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. And that's 10 points for Donovan Klingon.
Well, Klingon isn't just tall. He's also got some meat on him. That comes in handy against the physical defense.
Now here's Edwards. 6 points for him. And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's foul number 2 for him.
4th team foul.
McDaniels outside. Shot clock at 5. Back to Reed. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc.
Well, we know Drew Holiday can lock you up on the defensive end.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Pass to Kamare. Tries the spin move. Lets it fly. Avdia can't hit.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Maybe no one has more Defensive Player of the Year awards than Rudy Gobert. 4 of them.
Well, with the 4, he is now tied with the great Dikembe Mutombo and the great Ben Wallace. Does he have another one in his sights?
Now, here's Thybulle. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Holiday looking for an opening. Gobert with the block.
Boy, you have to be careful. If Gobert is in the zip code, folks, this is a great shot blocker.
Edwards inside, guarded by Holiday. Edwards can't hit. Trailblazers leading by 11. Outside, Avdia. 1:05 left here in the second. Inside, Klingon, and the layup's good off the glass. Klingon's got 4 points in the quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Edwards. 6 points for him. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Osumu, he's checked in for Naz Reid. Outside, Avdia. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
DiVincenzo with the screen for McDaniel. To stop the drought, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Now, here's Thybulle. 17 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Klingon. Outside Holiday. The rebound by Edwards. Edwards got his 4th rebound in this one. Sends it home! What a shot!
You want drama? We've got drama. That's the way to end a quarter.
That is a way to fire him up, fire up the team. What a tremendous play.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Veering off topic a bit, I wanted to ask you guys, who would you say is the best trash talker of all time?
Man, there's been a lot of them, but I'll go with either Bird or...
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Portland Trailblazers. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Deni Avdia.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Well, one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
On the block, you'll see Kamara and Klingon. Matisse Thybulle out there with Holiday. And it's Avdia in at the small forward. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Rudy Gobert, third.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
And the first one drops. GA, despite their youth, this Blazers team showing some grit at the defensive end of the court.
Yeah, very disruptive. Length on the perimeter. Donovan Klingon towering in the paint. And Chauncey Billups on the sidelines preaching that hard-nosed approach.
Both free throws good from Avdia. So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league. But if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Misses the three.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Holiday against DiVincenzo. Pass to Klingon. And here now is Thybulle. Off target from outside. Edwards, that's good. Edwards got 10 points in the game.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Kamara. For three. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Edwards, good.
They are just killing him on the interior.
To the inside. It's stolen by Gobert. Outside Edwards. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Portland. 17 points was their biggest margin. And there's Klingon. That's good on the assist by Holiday. 14 points for Donovan Klingon. Timberwolves trail by 13. DiVincenzo with it. McDaniels outside. It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by Thybulle. Pocket 6. Three-pointer, Randall. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
You know, for this team to win games, he knows he's got to be much more efficient than he's been.
Portland moving the ball around. Edwards against Avdia. Drops in the layup for two. He's got 18.
What a night for Denny Avdia. This guy has found something out there, and they just keep finding him.
DiVincenzo passes to Randall. Gobert with a screen for Randall. Another miss by Minnesota.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Pass to Avdia. Here's Kamara. He's defended by Randall. Outside Holiday. Here's the three. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Randall outside. McDaniels against Avdia. Now here's Edwards. Defense right on him. And Edwards slams it in.
Every aspect of Anthony Edwards' game is on display. This guy has been cooking from the outset.
Portland leading by 13. Pass to Klingon. Now Thibault hits it from three-point range. Thibault got 5 points in the quarter.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
Randall passes to McDaniels. Back to Randall. Up top, Edwards. Defended by Thibault. Edwards, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Timberwolves trail by 16. Now here's DiVincenzo. Wants to get it to Randall and does. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Randall's got his third bucket of the night. The Trailblazers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Let's look at the stats for Drew Holiday. How he did last season. Last season chipped in 11 points per game. 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And you talk about defensive presence, he's the real difference maker on that end.
Yeah, he's always somewhere around the ball, finding ways to help his team by shutting down.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. For 3, Edwards. And it's Portland with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Pass to Kamare. Kept alive. Outside, Avdia. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Denny Avdia picks one up. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Portland.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got 8 points.
And one of the most prolific three-point marksmen in league history, Logo Lillard, has unlimited range.
Here's Edwards. McDaniels outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. Up top, Edwards. Over Holiday. Rebounded by Kamare.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. From the top of the key to the wing right side. Kamare misses. Timberwolves trail by 16. And here is DiVincenzo. Edwards inside, guarded by Holiday. You know, DB, recently we've seen Anthony Edwards reach new heights as a three-point shooter.
Anthony Edwards has now embraced the complete analytics of the game. He is a high-volume three-point shooter, and he's still a terror en route to the cup. Anthony Edwards is a physical force. This guy has the frame and the game to be an elite two-way player.
Williams, he's checked in for Klingon. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for Julius Randle. Osumu, he's checked in for McDaniel. And Bones Highland subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Lillard against Highland. Pass to Dosunmu. Back to Highland. Reed with a screen on Lillard. Highland tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Outside Holiday. Lillard scanning the floor. Inside. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Vital for three. The rebound by Dosunmu.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Minnesota ball.
Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. The fourth spot held by Anthony Edwards.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off.
A different look now for Portland. Donovan Clingan comes in for Robert Williams. And it's Avdia in for Drew Holiday. Timberwolves also changing it up. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Anderson. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Mike Conley. Highland passes to Edwards. 8 orders for a GM trying to build a championship-level roster. What's one thing that can really help?
I think the way the salary cap is constructed, maybe the single most important thing you can do as a GM is draft well. You have to be able to find players who can contribute right away. And talent evaluation is not an exact science. The ones who do it well and don't miss on those big-time picks, that is a huge deal.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Dosunmu. Joe Ingles is out there with Edwards. Then it's Bones Highland. And it's Reed in at the center position.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's Clingan with the jam.
And when someone as big as Donovan Clingan gets going, he's so hard to stop. Keep feeding the big fella.
Highland deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Lillard. Highland misses. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Back to Sharp. Here's Lillard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, when you talk about the all-time great three-point shooters, Damian Lillard is right up there.
Without a doubt. Steph is the clear #1, but that second spot is up for debate. And it's between guys like Harden, Ray Allen, and Dame.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Phillips, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. And Mike Conley subbed in for Highland. Grant the pass to Sharp. Now, here's Avdia. An easy 2 points on the layup. And now it's up to 25 points for Deni Avdia.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Conley finds Edwards. Reed with a screen for Edwards. To the paint. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Avdia can't hit. Down low. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. Lillard's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Sharp. Back to Lillard. Avdia against Edwards. Avdia kicks to Lillard. It's good from long range. Lillard's got 13 points in the second half.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
Out to Conley. Pass to Phillips. Now Dosunmu. LDB, something that never seems to go away during the season is chatter about trade.
And Kevin, what makes this so interesting is that very often fans of this league are as interested in trades, who's coming and going, as they are in the results of their team. It's a little intrigue that everybody wants a piece of.
They get it back. Here's Reed. And here's Conley outside. And no good. The Blazers on offense. They're on an 11-3 run right now. Pass to Sharp. Good, and Grant gets the assist.
Oh, making it look routine. This is why Sharp's guys encourage him to look for that shot.
It's Edwards on the wing. Downtown, connects from three-point range. Edwards got 26 points.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Conley against Lillard. Yes, that goes in.
I'll tell you, tough first half puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Robert Williams, he's checked in for Portland. Henderson comes in for Avdia. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans. Greg, that's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
And Doris, we saw it. Something just clicked for Jaden McDaniels and his rebounding in the 2025 season.
Well, his rebounding and beyond, let's remember his team decided to put the ball in his hands a little bit more, and he elevated his game on the offensive end as well.
Lillard outside. Fires the three. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Boy, bringing tremendous energy right now, and his teammates are absolutely feeding off it.
Randall dishes to Edwards. Over Sharp. Portland grabs the miss. Grant surveying the D. Fires from deep. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
Remains Portland ball.
Lillard outside. Williams a screen on DiVincenzo. Lillard the pass to Williams.
Well, there is the defensive anchor of this team, Rudy Gobert, wreaking havoc on the defensive end.
Williams finds Grant. Here's Sharp. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Goes up at the stripe, and they pick up 2. Sharp's got 4 points this quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over, so you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Edwards a screen on Grant. Outside Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's McDaniels. He's off on that one.
Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
Sharp the pass to Henderson. Those 3-pointers off the mark. And Randall has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. Up top Edwards. Defended by Sharp. Gobert with a screen on Sharp. Edwards. And Gobert kicks to McDaniels. And stolen by Sharp. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Few defenders can keep up with Sharp in the open floor. This guy is electric.
DiVincenzo against Lillard. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Driving to the basket. Basket good. Edwards got 31 points.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight, there's no doubt, but it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
Williams sets a screen for Sharp. Free throw line jump shot. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Portland.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Donovan Clingan.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
We've heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Over Sharp. Edwards can't hit. The Trailblazers shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
It's on Scoot Henderson.
Guys, what you love about Julius Randle is the well-rounded nature of his game. Because he works so hard on his shooting ability, it makes his dribble drive that much more dangerous.
Williams, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Good on the second free throw.
They can't really afford to leave points at the line right now. He would have loved to cash in on each of those free throws and trim the lead even more.
DiVincenzo against Lillard. Pass to Sharp. 6 to shoot. Williams a screen on Randall. Here's Grant. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Outside Edwards. Here he goes. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
The assist.
And now that's 35 points for Anthony Edwards. Now Sharp. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game